My name is Monica Helms and I am the president of the Transgender American Veterans Association. Today I will talk about why universities and colleges should not lift the ban on ROTC and military recruiters on their campuses. And if they don't have a ban, then they should implement one. For years, many universities and colleges kept the ROTC and military recruiters off of the campuses because of the Vietnam War. And then later, don't ask, don't tell, the military discriminated against gay, lesbian, and bisexual people serving openly. The law violated their non-discrimination policies. After a hard-fought battle during the lame duck session of Congress, the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell passed both houses and was signed by President Obama on December 22, 2010. On January 20th, 2011, President Obama gave his State of the Union address, and toward the end of it, he said,
"Our troops come from every corner of this country. They're black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American. They are Christian and Hindu, Jewish and Muslim. And yes, we know that some of them are gay. Starting this year, no American will be forbidden from serving the country they love because of who they love." And with that change, I call on all our college campuses to open their doors to our military recruiters and ROTC. It is time to leave behind the divisive battles of the past. It is time to move forward as one nation.
President Obama must have been throwing a bone to the far right, because the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell by itself was not good enough reason to allow the ROTC and recruiters back on campuses. This video will show you why this ban should remain in place. The first reason is a big one. It's too soon to lift the ban. The repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell only got rid of that hateful law on the books. Gay, lesbian, and bisexual people still cannot serve openly as of the day this video was created. The only way they will be allowed to serve openly is when the President, the Secretary of Defense, and the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff sign a document giving them permission to do so. That hasn't happened yet. Another big reason the ban should remain in place is that even after gay, lesbian, and bisexual people are allowed to serve openly, they will not have all the benefits afforded to the families of straight military couples. The partners and spouses of service members will not have access to medical benefits, housing benefits, insurance, and access to the base stores and other services. If a gay service member is deployed to a country where dependents can go to, their families will not be allowed to go with them. Gay, lesbian, and bisexual service members would still be considered second-class citizens in the military. Another reason that is given for universities and colleges to keep recruiters in the ROTC off of their campuses is that the implementation of open service for LGBT members won't include an explicit anti-discrimination policy. An openly LGBT service member could still face other forms of discrimination and harassment with very little recourse. Some people don't see this as a problem and pointed out that the military has a bad track record on women's issues. They do indeed haven't been treating women with the respect they deserve. But does that mean that colleges and universities can ignore that poor treatment LGBT people will get to allow the ROTC on their campuses? The ROTC should be barred from campuses simply on how the military treats women alone, if nothing else. Finally, the non-discrimination policies on all major universities and colleges have the words gender identity and/or gender expression in them. Even if the Department of Defense fixes all of the previously mentioned issues facing LGBT service members, trans people will still not be allowed to serve openly. Allowing the ROTC and recruiters back on campuses will still violate their anti-discrimination policies. For a club or organization to form on any campus or the creation of any fraternity houses or sorority houses, the schools insist they strictly adhere to the non-discrimination policy in place. If they don't, then they are banned from the campuses. What makes the ROTC any different? Why did Harvard University's distinguished president, Catherine Drew Gilpin-Faust, ignore all these facts and gave permission for the ROTC to return this past March 6, 2011? Ms. Faust heard from people in and outside of the university and acted independently. We all have heard on how Harvard treasures its code of ethics in the movie The Social Network, but sadly, we aren't seeing that happen today. In conclusion, we would like to point out that several national LGBT organizations support any student effort to continue the ban on keeping the ROTC and recruiters off of the campuses of our universities and colleges. Thank you very much.